Okay, what you see before you is a page edit component we've just plugged in. I'll be changing some of the bottom bit there, which is basic write-up that the user will see front end. What this has done is it will give you a random password, a random username, just a couple of clicks to sign up. Now, we do make a point of the site being like memberships are reviewed closely then for security reasons, and we can do that because it's a small crowd. We haven't got a massive database, and I haven't got money for that anyway. But potentially, the potential is there for lots of people to join over a shorter space of time. But it needs to be there in the search engines for that, and people need to be interested, and so on. And lots of variables need to be in place for that. But potential is there, okay? And I wanted to make it easy to sign up, because when something's brand new and you're reading up about a philosophy of the approach of a website, and there's many different ones now, different approaches, because websites with like the old Facebook model or the old Twitter model don't necessarily work they work within their own paradigm, but they're not really what a growing body of people are looking for. But you can't always trust what's being said. And so you don't want to put out a load of details, write-up of your username, your actual real name, your date of birth, your email address, and all these things. Click register, and only to find out this isn't what you want. This isn't what you really thought you were signing up for, because it's not so much miscommunications, but misinterpretations of communications, if you will, or what a website is about, or what you think is about, can be, you can be misunderstood. So what this does, if I click here, you see the front end has changed a fair amount. Let me see if I drag that in a little more so you can see that properly. Yeah, I'll resize that. Didn't really plan this video. I don't plan any of the videos really. But you can see from that if I go to edit transform, I can resize it properly then and make it fit. So basically what this does, in a few clicks, you're going to have an account. It gives you a password and username for you to start off with. You don't even have to enter it in. It's a incredibly lazy way to sign up. And I may put a link in optional to sign up like a classic traditional way anyway. So you have the options to do it yourself in different ways. The front end will be cleaned up a bit more, and a logo and all that will be put on anyway. But what you have is a sign up thing, like you click agree to sign up, and if you already have an account, you click that thing that will be improved, like a proper login button. So let's refresh the page. So I'm going to just refresh that properly. So I've tested this a few times. You can see there's a number of new members with automatic avatars. It does that, gives you an avatar automatically. instead of the bland sort of ghosted thing that some websites give you. I thought it was better to use a random set of patterns. I think it just encourages people to actually upload their proper avatar. So you come to the website, and it's automatically giving you a username that is random under those dots. All you need to do, you could change that if you wanted to, or leave it as it is, and then click confirm that you agree to the terms and conditions, the policy, the approach of the website, and you're free to read those, because the text right there is clickable. So you get to the site, all you need to do is click confirm, create now. I'll read to you what you get anyway. New memberships are reviewed closely, like I said, for security reasons. There are many useful tools enabled for you once sign up is complete that can be used to share your info and ideas with friends on the platform and to general public. We lean toward promoting the best content from our user base where possible. We take pride in mitigating confirmation bias and promoting intellectual honesty. There are just some of the these are some of the tools you can enjoy. You will have a blogging section, your own group chats, be able to post public and friends only posts, direct messaging, your own unique bio page, file sharing, photo album, MP3 posting. So if you have a podcast, post a podcast. Sign up will take you to a page you can edit your password, email, PayPal details for donations from other users, profile, banner, and avatar. So I'm going to improve that a little bit because it's a little bit it's not so easy to read the way it's laid out at the moment, but we've just put in the plugin and I've just been editing that a little bit. And the usual click here for login options. If you do have an account, click here, login options, just gives you a normal login thing, or you could actually log in with Facebook. So you're landing on a page, click confirm that you agree, click create now, and this is what it'll do. Gives you that password, it gives you that username, and it's different for every user, it's completely random. But you can then click OK and type in your username, your last name, emails, gives you a random email address, password, birth date, blah blah blah. You're also on the left side of your profile editing page. You'll get things like bio. Once you've done all that, click save. Your bio page can be filled out with details like a blogging editor. You can put pictures and stuff in there. Donation, if you have a PayPal, put in your PayPal email address, put in the donation amount that you want people to donate to you. Click active or deactivate. Active actually activates the button for donations on your profile so other people can use it. Notes is a private page where you can add your own notes about things, maybe useful links to go to for the website here and there, and it's just a handy notepad kind of thing really in some ways, in which perhaps you've forgotten where something is on the website, how to use it. Just have a look at your notes and hey presto, notes are there for you and only you, nobody else can see them, and they're encrypted as well. So you got basic settings and so on. Make sure you click save once you've chosen. You can choose a language as well. Bear in mind, choosing a language actually changes the text, the names of things on everything, the buttons, everything, even where it says exploratory minds at the top bar will be expressed in the language that you choose. So if your first language is English and you don't really know too much or don't know any other languages, just be careful, make sure it's on English. And it's on English by default because it's the first language in a lot of countries. It's the dominant language anyway, so yeah. And you're free to have a look around before you edit your profile with whatever logins it's given you. You can, if you want to, just keep those logins that is randomly given you. Make sure you make a note of those. Not actually on the system, because if you forget your login, you need to access it on the system. Just a pen and paper or something somewhere. Memorize your logins, of course. And you see no friends online, that's because you're brand new, you're fresh, you're good to go, completely fresh. Just like any other video that you've seen on how to use the website, that's how you, from this point on, you edit your profile, and you could change your, you just change cover. Clicking that will give you a window for file uploading off your computer, and upload a picture, change your avatar, and so on. Or just the usual easy run-of-the-mill stuff. If you had a look around and it's given you this random anonymous then number account and you didn't like it, right click at the top and click delete account. Are you sure? Click OK. That is how easy it is to delete your account, and it'll take you straight back to the account creation page. Some websites bury the deletion thing, and I don't believe they should do that. Most people are not so stupid enough to accidentally click delete account. If you are, you shouldn't be on the internet. And it's so easy to create an account anyway, so if you did, just create another one. Bear in mind you'll lose all the data that was on your account if you deleted it. Some rare cases where, if you wanted to contact us, you wanted your old account back, it's possible we could restore it from backups. But there's rare cases there. So covering my own back, because there's always an exception to some rule somewhere, right? But it's very unlikely, though, you'll get that back. Okay. That's it in a nutshell, really, for this one. And I'd like to say again, and make a point of this, we encourage content that attempts to back up claims that use consistent logic rather than contradicting itself, so we can avoid contradictions. Encourage debate. We do not attack people. Instead, if you can satisfactorily justify it, we welcome attacking an idea, but not the person. Just like this idiot on Facebook, no, not Facebook, Twitter, recently, crying about Steve McRae. He's this, he's that, and he's making all these accusations with nothing to back up his claim. No data points, nothing. Just refers to some Facebook account or whatever group. And I've heard that bandied around a lot, but, I've no beef with Steve. It's them who have beef with Steve. So they're the ones that should need to back up their claims. They're problematic existence. So here it is. This ran to and fro quite a bit. Here it is on Twitter. Let's have a look. Show all. And I hate Twitter. It's not intuitive. There we go. So we're talking about Sinister Porpoise there, who is, I do think this person's mentally ill, but they're also, I think, trying to ride some coattails for clout, kind of like what Unirock does. Trying to play the same game, but failing badly. I mean, Unirock fails badly anyway. This Greyjoy King, his Twitter handle, claiming Steve's a narcissist. I couldn't say it. I don't see that kind of traits of that personality coming from Steve. I do think everyone has a thread of narcissistic trait in the, I do think we all have a little bit of that in us. So I've said that Steve is one of the least narcissistic people I know of on YouTube. It seems that way to me. It's funny how it seems that way to a lot of people as well. Let me remind people, it doesn't seem that way to a lot of people who were ex-mods of Unirock. There's lots of ex-mods being piled up here of Unirock's actions because they're sick of this shit. I don't see huge amounts of leaving Steve within 6 months, then another 6 months, then another 6 months. People have come and go and got hurt because they've listened to bullshit whispers that do not back themselves up in their ears. And what can you do with a weak mind that becomes its own echo chamber? Well, it's unfortunately not a lot, I guess. It's up to them. But this is a classic thing that I mentioned previously. Previous video. I said least narcissistic person I know of on YouTube, or at least one of them. He makes an effort to surround himself with people of equal and often higher intelligence than himself. Something a narcissist would fear doing. Doesn't mean that he dismisses people that are clearly not as smart as himself either. If he sees the potential of people wanting to learn new things that he knows more about himself, somebody else doesn't, he's very charitable like that. He wants to help out because he'd want the same done for him. So the response was, that's fucking bullshit. He surrounds himself with psychopaths and beankers. Oh, yes, man. I don't see yes men surrounding Steve at all. They have disagreements here and there, but they're grown up about it. I don't see them going, yes, I believe that because Steve said it, and it must be true because Steve said it. I don't see that happening. Steve can get very animated and excited sometimes and keep talking when he's not let somebody else finish, and he's been called up on it a lot here and there. And vice versa, when he's been talked over. And I don't see people falling out because of that or arguing, but these socially dysfunctional people would. People can, come and go. Yeah, it's like, oh yes, man, go on. Name these people he's surrounded by. Well, I've seen so many, and I don't have to name them because I'm not the one with the butt hurt. I don't have to name things. I don't have to prove anything. It's this Twitter person that needs to back up their claims because they're the one of the problem with Steve. I'm not the one with the problem with Steve. Steve's cool in my book. Charitable to a fault, though. It's both his very amicable strength and his Achilles heel. Too trusting. Go on, name these people he's surrounded by. Well, I named one of them, just one of them. And they don't have to hang around a lot, but when they are on, they're very collaborative and communicative. And, you know, a computer scientist, I mean, wow. Steve, if anyone, you know, who has good collaboration with any smart people, Steve's able to do this. And these people would not hang around if they thought Steve wasn't worth their time. So, you know, he's fucking bullshit. He's surrounded by lickspittle psychopaths and being cursed. My God, do you need a nappy change? Do you? Come on, name these people he's surrounded by. And I've known McRae for years, and most of the people who are actually smarter than him are gone. Well, it depends on your viewpoint of who's smarter. People come and go as they like. Steve doesn't demand these people stay around. That wasn't my original point. My point was smart people still have the will to have time and effort with Steve. So that says something about Steve. You know, a computer scientist, kind of maverick mathematician, Landon Kurt Knoll. I don't, you know, and Landon's such an amicable person as well. I think Landon is so nice of a personality. He has so much patience with people. You ask a question and he doesn't sit there with his arms folded going, "Oh, you idiot, how could you not know that?" or anything like that. He's very willing to educate and work with people. And, you know, I like Landon when I see him on. And I see the same opinion from other people as well. It's great. Steve's had Dr. Garrett Merriam on as well, who is quite a brain box himself as well, and talking about artificial intelligence and things like that as well. So Steve's able to do that. This dimwit would never be able to do that. Get these people on for sure. And you always get this. You always get them going, go and have a look. Go and ask the so-and-so. Do this, do that. What do you want me to do something about the problem you have for? You're the one with the problem. You know? It's not for me to name names, but I can tell you there was a Facebook group chat that created and mediated by someone. Yeah, there's lots of Facebook groups out there with lots of different people, and it was created by someone. Apparently, according to this person, Steve was in that one. I think I know which one he's referring to. Apparently, according to them, couldn't handle being corrected live on air. Well, that's your interpretation. Obviously, that much of a pussy that they can't back up the claim. Oh, I'm not one to name names. Look, if you've got a claim, if you've got something to say, fucking say it. Otherwise, fuck off. Right? So like I said, I'll wait. You really should make claims you can't back up, so I made a typo. And these people are never wrong. They never correct themselves, so I made a point about that as well. Ooh, look, I made a typo. See, I'm okay with correcting myself and admitting error. Try it someday. You really should not make claims you can't back up. It makes you look like a complete ass. And as before, I'm waiting, little bitch. And it's just like Unirock and all the others. No proof. But you'll find Jason Smith, otherwise known as Unirock, is addicted to going proven, provably, provable, provably. It's like he's a freaking parrot, you know. Unreal. It really is unreal. These are the types of people that make those sock accounts that talk to themselves, by the way, like kind of like Menace to Sobriety and got caught talking to himself. I've seen that in chat rooms before as well. A website called Vaughan Live, Vaughan.live. It's a live streaming site. It's a shitstorm, and the moderators ain't got a damn clue what they're doing, and they're haters and trolls themselves, really. But I saw one calling himself Whirlwind, and he's full of shit. He made a lot of claims that he couldn't back up. He was called out on it over and over and over, and he just would not stop. And nobody was interested in going in. He dug himself that much of a hole. Nobody was interested in going into his own live show. So he created a sock account, obviously talking to himself in his chat. Great show, Whirlwind. Look forward to the next one. But he forgot to log into his other account. So it was Whirlwind saying to Whirlwind, great show, Whirlwind. Looking forward to the next one. And the reply was, thanks. Appreciate the support. They gotta do this to make themselves look credible in their mind. They think it's an attempt to make themselves look credible. Sock accounts here, there, and everywhere. It's a big habit for social dysfunction. Nobody wants to know them because they have the fantasies of superiority, and that fantasy perpetuates the problem in the first place, which makes it worse. But so then they have this vicious circle of going, oh, I don't want to deal with my issues today. I'll put my head in the fantasy of superiority over again, and it gets worse, and it happens all over again. It's circular thinking. Greyjoy King, grow up, grow a pair, deal with your inner shit. The problem is your problem. If you got something to say it. Don't make accusations you're not willing to back up, because it makes you look like a weak-minded, pathetic little bitch. Alright, that's all I've got to say today. I'm actually off to work now. Hope you got a day job, this Twitter person. At least that would be something going for you, right? Cheers, bye.